that's what you probably spend the last 2 years building, and that's what you do for like 5 or 6 hours every single day. It's tough. It's very, very tough. But I think the smartest move just now would be to diversify immediately.
Hi, that's me. Hanu Tumandari, you open up, please.
अगर इस पैकेज के साथ कुछ हुआ ना, तो you know Rambo ना.
So let's get on with it. The fact that you mentioned shooting and you were so busy, creating the content that you're so used to creating these days, even while in lockdown and while you are at home, tell me, has it gotten a little more stressful than what it usually has been when we were not in this post-COVID era?
I can't work with my team. I think that is the most stressful thing, because earlier it was so much easier because you have a person who's an expert with a camera, and there's like, are still working because you can still send things across. But people who are on this thing. So in fact, I shot these 3 ads for Amazon that are on air now. They're coming in the news, beach, they keep coming. So there were 3 TVCs which we shot from my house alone. And like, because my building doesn't allow bahar ke log, so मेरी मम्मी और मैंने पूरा professional sound equipment use किया. Actual lights with like 4-5 tripods were there around my house. That we did. We had 2 cameras because 2 cameras set up, and then there was like another tripod for a phone. So like, I think to answer your question, the challenge comes from where you can't shoot with the experts, with the professionals, whether it's a photographer or videographer. But I think that challenge is also a good challenge, because I feel I've learned a lot more as a creator.
For example, there are these challenges, like your last post on Instagram. You got into this challenge. Your mom actually really, she was complimenting you well with the camera work. But when you have something like this and we're constantly online, you're looking at whatever is going on, is it really possible to let your phone be or not be online? Isn't that a challenge?
No, it is a challenge, but it's not impossible. So there's this misconception that, just because I'm a content creator, I'm on Instagram all the time. No, like that's actually quite the opposite, because like for me, Instagram is just like my market research now. To see, what trends are happening. No, but really, like, and I'm so glad you brought up my last video, because I think that was probably my most hated video on my Instagram profile, because people just went nuts with the comments saying that kya CHUTIYAAP hai, and like what is this? Because I don't know, but it was like a normal challenge. Just this upper swipe challenge tha, the savage challenge was there. So this was just one of the challenges. But I'm thinking, because the Indian audience is not familiarized with that challenge yet. Like, don't we come from outside, from overseas? It's not been done by too many Indian creators yet. So I think they didn't understand the challenge. I felt stupid. But yeah, I did feel bad that it was my most hated video on Instagram.
Since you bring up hate, let me also ask you this. As a content creator, there is so much of flack that a lot of creators or otherwise influencers receive online. This online hate has actually driven people to take extreme steps. And we have seen a very recent example in Sia Kaka. So when you have something like this that happens, when, let's say, a TikToker who has immense amount of following, who has so many brand deals coming her way, she decides to take her life, is very, very sad. But the reason given is the kind of hate that she's received online, or otherwise she's just not feeling up for it. Don't you think it's really sad? And don't you think people who actually, just at the click of a button, they just say whatever random things they can, hiding behind a handle, for them, maybe it's something which is powerful, but for the other person, that person is actually feeling the heat and the pressure.
That is actually very true. One, absolutely, it is very, very, very sad for the way people get affected by it. But on the flip side, Riya, this is something that comes with practice over a period of time. So earlier, when my social media handles had blown up, and when I was for the first time exposed to this unsolicited hate, like unsolicited. I've received comments like, I hope you get AIDS and cancer and die. I'm not even lying. Like, people have actually DM'd me that. Okay, like,
But why would somebody say that?
I don't even know. I don't even know. So there are two ways of looking at this. One, obviously, you need to make yourself stronger and thick-skinned. Not saying that wo galat hai. Understanding that it's that person's opinion, and this is my opinion, and nothing is right or wrong. वो आपका opinion है, ये मेरा opinion है. You're voicing it, fine, cool. So that's one way of looking at it. And the other way, when we get unnecessarily mean or rude or personal for that matter, I think I don't know how much it helps, but I do report those comments or accounts. I do. I don't know whether it helps or not. Like, I don't know what happened to that person or that account after I reported it. But I think that I've done my bit by flagging comments. And like, I think there's also this new movement that a lot of my colleagues and content creators are speaking up about cyberbullying. And what you think is actually so perfect. It's so easy for someone sitting at the comfort of their homes behind a mobile screen and hidden behind a handle that's not even probably original or true to just spew so much negativity. One, I think that just reflects the negativity of social media because you put out what you feel inside. If I feel bad inside, I am not capable of putting out good feelings outside. So I look at it that way. One, that I think something, and two, it's wrong, yeah, because like, even if you don't like it, I think people should just be a little more, confident that इस इंसान ने time निकाला है इसको सोचने के लिए, इसको shoot करने के लिए, इसको plan करने के लिए, edit करने के लिए. And probably not डर के डाला है online, like, you know, whether it will work or not. And then as you said, बस एक simple सी line में ये क्या पास है. It's really, so like, I don't know where I stand, to be honest, when it comes to cyber bullying thing. But I mean, it does really affect me and it does feel bad. But personally, I think different people have different coping mechanisms. But personally, I'm just trying to be a little more thick-skinned towards it.
And when the ball is in your court, what happens then? When, for example, you know, there was so much of debate about YouTube versus TikTok. Yesterday, we had the government saying that TikTok is going to be banned in the country. As a creator, what do you have to say? Because these are also people who have done their bit creating, whether it is a minute of a video on TikTok or whether it is a longish content on YouTube, it is content by the end of the day. What do you have to say about this creator versus creator tussle? What do you have to also say about the responsibility?
Yes, exactly. Thanks for that. Sorry to cut you off. I was actually not in favor of this whole this thing. That's why throughout I stayed silent. I did not comment on it at all because I don't think either of the sides were right to put down the other side. Like, as you said, everyone's a creator. The format you follow to create, one, what was wrong on both of their ends, whether it be one side or the other side, is you're comparing. Fine, everyone is a content creator, whether it's short form content or long form content, but it's content at the end of the day. And to have to compare between, say, a short format TikTok content versus a long format YouTube content is like trying to compare between a really high production TV show and a really high production feature film. They're just different formats, they're two different things. And the whole idea of trying to compare it is silly. So like, that's where I'm at. That like, I think it's just, it's silly to try and compare two things. Like, it's like trying to compare stone and water or like a plant and a thorn. Like, why are you trying to compare? They're just two very different content. It's not the same. And wherein, like, to answer your question about it being banned, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, like, it is what it is. And I think anyone smart, I mean, I understand if we use a flood sort of a thing, like the roof, just like a world just came crashing down, you know, that's your source of income, and that's what you probably spend the last 2 years building, and that's what you do for like 5 or 6 hours every single day. It's tough. It's very, very tough. But I think the smartest move just now would be to diversify immediately, because you know there's going to be a big influx of creators who are probably not able to create TikTok anymore. But I think the smarter ones are already probably planning a plan B. They're already in process of executing, if not planning plan B. So as a creator, you should always have plan Bs. Like even me, I love creating travel content. I love my Instagram feed and my YouTube feed, but I'm also an actor.
Yes.
So like it's always necessary to have a plan, especially in particular fields.
What do you also say about the competition there is there between creators? Is there any? And since you mentioned that, obviously there will be a platform jump where the TikTokers will not be able to do what they are so used to doing for so many years. They
Right.
will obviously come onto platforms like a YouTube or an Instagram for that matter. What do you say about the competition there is? Does it add to the pressure because you are supposed to be churning, all the more, different kind of content, and how different can you get after a point in time? That is also there.
Right. So I don't think that just because certain creators who were mainly active on TikTok did not have Instagram or YouTube profiles, they still have very active Instagram or YouTube and YouTube, profiles and channels. So I think that is kind of null and void because ये तो है नहीं कि वो सिर्फ TikTok पे थे तो वो Instagram पे नहीं थे. They were always on Instagram and their audience also followed. So that. And I think, secondly, when it comes to creative competition within the creator industry and all, yes, there is competition, but there's also healthy competition. It'll be really boring if there is no competition because then you become complacent, right? Then no one will churn out that much content. Like as of now, the way I look at it is when my counterparts are creating content, it motivates me also to like get out my ass in the morning and think, sit with my laptop and think and use my brain and try to come up with 10 different ideas, which finally, though live jayenge out of my 10 ideas, I'll end up making and finally going live with 2 ideas. But I think that competition is very much there, and lockdown के time पे वो बढ़ गया है competition because we're just sitting at home, yeah, like we're expected to create content. So yeah, competition is definitely on a rise, but I think it's healthy competition. It's not unhealthy at all.
Okay. Back to my game. Take a sip if you think YouTubers are cooler than TikTokers.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not in favor of this comparison. I don't think either person is cooler or not less cooler than the other just because of the profile just because of the platform they're on.
Yeah.
Like उनको वो ठीक लगा तो वो कर रहे हैं, दूसरों को वो ठीक लगा तो वो कर रहे हैं. मेरे को Instagram ठीक लगा तो मैं Instagram कर रही हूँ.
Okay. Take a sip. If you have ever been in awe of a co-creator or had a girl crush on a fellow creator, content creator.
Natasha, Shrotri, Kusha, Kapila, Larissa. I think these women would probably think I am a creep because I love them. And like even in interviews, when people ask me that, like, who's your girl crush? I was like, I don't have one, babe, I have 3. So yeah, I fangirl very easily. I'll take 3 sips. Yeah.
Good, you're hydrating also while we are, playing
Thanks,
this game.
man. Priya, what would I do with that?
That's very important. Okay, take a sip. If you like acting more than content creation or vlogging.
Always an actor. Born an actor.
Yeah, you've been acting since 4. Since you were 4 years old.
Yeah. But I did that as a hobby at that time. Like it wasn't like how it is now, a profession. I'd probably do 1 ad in a year or something. Because my school was thoda anal. Like I went to a convent school and like all the principals and like the staff in that school were all sisters and nuns. And they were just not happy about the fact that I shot. So like it was just like time pass. Then I professionally picked it up after I graduated college.
When you did films like Parinita or Mujhse Dosti Karogi, I know you were very little at Mujhse Dosti Karogi when you played the younger Kareena. Were you aware of the people who you were representing? What is the fanboyism of Hrithik Roshan?
4th standard, yeah. It's not young mentee. I was in 4th standard. Like 4th standard, तो बहुत चंट चराक होते हैं बच्चे अभी. So yeah, like I knew the magnitude of what I am doing. Because also the way everything was shot, yeah, like when So say for example, Dosti Karoge. At the end of the day, it was a Yash Raj film.
Yeah.
They shoot it in that way, and they let everyone know Yash Raj. Like, for example, if we had to shoot certain parts in Manali,
Huh.
we never traveled in anything that was not chartered. And I'm not talking about, say, it's different for Ritik or Karina or Rani, but like everyone, we all only traveled in chartered planes. We went to live in a resort where we were living in Manali. The whole resort, they booked the whole resort.
Okay. One last thing, and it's back to my game. Take a sip. If you have ever felt the need to say that your favorite weather is the monsoons just because your name is Barkha.
Griha, I swear this has no bias. I love the name. I really do. I do.
Then
But
why
I'm not
is
like,
it?
because I was thirsty. but I really do. It is my favorite season. And I really do love the rains. And I'm so glad I was born like in peak of rains.
Yes, August baby, yes.
Yeah, so in August maybe.